had a go at making a beef and potato curry in the slow cooker. So I started by chopping some potatoes and 2 medium onions. I used a pack of Tesco's diced beef, some tomato puree, and the spices that I used were 2 tablespoons of mild curry powder, 1 tablespoon of ground coriander, 1 tablespoon of ground cumin, and 1 tablespoon of garam masala, and some salt and pepper. I also added some garlic puree and 1 whole tin of chopped tomatoes and some fresh coriander. So I started by adding some oil into a pan just to brown the beef off, just to lock in those flavours. Some people don't even do that, they just put it in raw, but it's completely up to you really. I then made up 150 ml of beef stock and just threw it all into my slow cooker to cook on low all day long. I think mine took about 8 hours by the time I'd got home, but one thing I did notice is I'd cut my potatoes far too big. So I cut them up a little bit smaller, and about an hour before dishing up I added another 150 ml of beef stock just so the potatoes cooked a little bit quicker. I just don't think I put quite enough liquid in, so I think that was my learning curve for the next time that I make it. Make sure I cut my potatoes smaller and add 300 ml of stock, maybe even a little bit more depending on like the consistency that you like your curry. But considering I had those minor blips, it turned out absolutely delicious. I also popped in some garlic bread in the oven, and rice wise I just used some really cheap microwavable peeler rice, which turned out lovely considering I think it's like 45p a pack, something like that. And this was the final result, and yeah, it was time to plate up. The smell was absolutely divine. The beef just like melted in your mouth and is now probably one of our favourite meals, so I'm definitely going to add this to our menu and we're going to have it again for sure. So yeah, on goes the rice, followed by the beef and potato curry, and then the little bit of garlic bread. Like I said, I weren't sure whether garlic bread would go well with it, but it did. It went really nicely. And there was enough left over as well, so I think I'll probably have beef curry again tomorrow.